Hello. Over the time I've spent participating in the MGTOW community, I noticed there was a significant number of people holding grudges against women. They criticize how relationships work nowadays, how they are treated as disposable sources of money and labor, how their love and contribution is not reciprocated, how hard having a stable family is, and so on. The blame is put on women, their nature, and their character, or lack thereof. This is just one side of the coin. But what about us, men, the other side of the same coin? Women evolved in a certain way, and so did men. Most aspects of human natural behavior were likely favorable at a certain point in the history of our species. These traits prevailed in the process of natural selection. Whom can you blame for this? People look into the past with nostalgia, thinking how women were so much better back then, how families functioned, how people genuinely loved and cared for each other. But was this really the case? A century, a millennium, it is nothing in the scope of evolution. The human brain and our thought process haven't changed much, if at all. You can find literature over 1,000 years old describing the same issues of man-woman interactions we talk about today. This is no coincidence. Men and women haven't changed, only the conditions and circumstances have. Religions have been losing their influence in the Western society for quite some time. The fear of burning in hell is no longer a good enough incentive to uphold the traditional morals and values, and there is no adequate substitute for this, as far as I can tell. Not yet, at least. Advances in technology and economy made people less dependent on each other. Having a husband around is no longer a requirement for raising children. It is a bonus. The social state provides both physical and financial security. There is a washing machine, a dishwasher, affordable cleaning service, pornography, and prostitution for a man. Do you really expect people to value each other out of sentiment? But I digress. So, where exactly lies the hypocrisy in this? Women quickly started acting according to the changing conditions, but not so much have men. The Western society has mostly eliminated the negative double standard for women, yet the positive double standard remains. We still treat women in a special, preferential way. We still tolerate and excuse behavior which we would not tolerate from a man. It is us, men, who allow women to remain the spoiled children who never grow up and who never take full responsibility and accountability for what they do. We still believe in fairy tale love and fall for it all the time. How can you expect women to be respectful in a situation like this? We are laughable and weak. We cannot control our lust and our protector instinct. Men have no right to criticize women for their behavior any more than they have the right to criticize themselves. Yet we do, and that is hypocritical. What can be done about this? A global war, a cataclysm, could theoretically take us back in time, disrupting the social state, making technology scarce. Men and women could become dependent on each other once again. But this is not mutual love. It never has been. We could bring back religious or political brainwashing, limit people's freedom and choices to those of the traditional family, using fear or legislation. But this is not mutual love either. All of this involves significant collateral damage, a regression for mankind. Is the questionable end result worth the sacrifice? Anyway, none of this is a choice any one of us can make. So, what can you as an individual do about this? Well, you can remain bitter for the rest of your life, complaining in videos and comments posted on the internet over and over again. Or you can accept the situation for what it is, change and adapt your life to maximize happiness. Then you can go out there and start doing things which affect others too. First of all, you analyze your own behavior around women. In case you don't treat them as you would treat a man, you are partially responsible for the problem. Your mother, your sister, your female friends, there must be no exceptions. If you cannot fix yourself, how can you expect others to fix the problem for you? But it doesn't end there. Whenever you find yourself in a situation where a double standard is applied to a woman, you take action. Point out the fact, call the perpetrator out on sexism in a civilized manner. Positive sexism can become socially unacceptable, just like the negative one. We can win the respect of women back, but it cannot happen without taking action into reality. It is better to light a single candle than to curse the darkness. Godspeed.